Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Find the resultant of 5 coplanar forces of magnitudes 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 Newton. The angle between consecutive pairs being 30 degrees. Coplanar mean they're all in the same plane. Now if we let the resultant have these two components x, big X, and capital Y, for the components of the resultant R, and let's write that. Let the resultant have components X and Y newtons, and this X and Y is parallel to OX and OY respectively. So parallel to OX, OY. That's shown in this diagram here on the right. Now if we start to resolve our forces, we're going to resolve our forces on this diagram here, given here. All forces along OX and OY. Right, remember the angle between consecutive pairs being 30 degrees. And we have our 5 coplanar forces here on the diagram, in the diagram on the left. We'll call this A, and this is B. So for components along OX, we have 5 add 4 times cosine 30 degrees, add 3 times cosine 60 degrees, minus, this is going in the opposite direction, so it's minus 1 cosine 60 degrees, and this is approximately 9.46. And along Y, we have 4 sine 30 degrees and 3 sine 60 degrees, add 2, because 2 is along the OX axis, OY, sorry, axis. And then for the X components, we had 5 in the axis OX. Where are we? We got 2 add 1 sine 60 degrees. This is approximately 7.46. Therefore, we can say that R, we can calculate R. It's a right angle triangle we have with the X and Y components of R. Give a square root of X squared add Y squared. And this is equal to square root 9.46 squared added to 7.46 squared. We take the square root of this result. It gives us approximately 12.1. And then we have that tan theta is equal to y over x, which is approximately, we look at 7.46 divided by 9.46, approximately 0.789. And it's advisable to make a conclusion, to draw or to write a conclusion at the end of every problem that you've solved. You can write down that therefore that resultant is a force of 12.1 newtons, making an angle, this line is very important, of 38.3 degrees. So all we did is take the tan inverse of 0.789, which gives us 38.3 degrees. With the force of 5 newtons. I can just write here in a little box and inverse of 0.789. Oops, let's rewrite that. And inverse 0.789 is equal to 38.3. And there we have it. Here on the left, A is our diagram of the 5 coplanar forces with an angle between consecutive pairs being 30 degrees. On the right is the resultant and the 2 components of the resultant, the x and the y components. Then we moved on to resolving the forces, both in the x direction and the y direction, or the ox direction and the oy direction. We found, using Pythagoras' theorem, we found the resultant being 12.1 newtons, and we found an angle theta being 38.3 degrees. Our conclusion is that therefore the resultant is a force of 12.1 newtons, making an angle of 38.3 degrees with a force of 5 newtons. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Alistair, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. And if this video is of any use to you, please like and keep watching. Bye for now.